Okay, what's going on, everybody? What's up? Back with another Xbox Alpha podcast. A little late today. A little late today. I had some things to do. Ain't much to really talk about that much today. Not that much gaming news, but I have to do an Xbox Alpha podcast, man, because I believe I skipped last week. It might not just be me today, though. We're gonna see. Hebot said he might come and join. There's a few things we want to talk about. Unlimited, if he can make it, and I sent one to Other Zinc. If Other Zinc can make it, he'll let me know in the chat because I already see where he came in and said made it. I wanted to talk to Zinc actually. I wanted him to actually come on the show because I wanted to talk to him about the lady that works at Activision, Lulu. I guess they call her Lulu that fired back at the toxic gaming media. You know what I mean? I can't remember everything that she said. I know she fired back at somebody that was, putting out false information. I want to give a big shout out to Killer Chauvin 82 and my brother Other Zinc and Anthony Chipmunk, man. Always on deck. Always at the beginning of the show. I might be ghost today. It might just be me, guys, but we could chop up some game for a little while. Tried to call Tuckmaster, but he's probably, he's probably asleep, man. He got his Chitlin pillowcase and his Chitlin comforter. He's probably sleeping. You know what I mean? But yeah, because it's a little late. I had some things I did today. You know what I mean? I had to take care of some things. And I wasn't able to do the podcast earlier, so I had to do it today because I don't want to keep skipping it because I do family things. I do a lot of family things. But I don't want to. Didn't want to skip tonight. I thought about having it tomorrow, but I'm like, nah. Let me just do it tonight, man. All right, hey Zinc. Hey, I'll get whenever you're ready to come on, man. I sent you the link. Just come on. Take your time, man. Well, hey, it'll just be me in the chat. The chat's always on fire. We chopping up game in here. You know what I mean? We got to have an alpha podcast, man. I'm trying to make it earlier, but when you have a family, it's a little, there's things you have to do, and things like that. So sometimes you have to schedule it later. You know what I mean? So, but what's up to the chat? Anthony Chipmunk in the building. What's up, brother? Killer Chauvin 82, Other Zinc, man. What's going on with you fellas? Hope y'all are playing some great games. I know I am. I've been playing Atomic Heart, but let me tell you something about Atomic Heart. It's a very beautiful game. It's awesome. And we're going to talk about that too, because man, oh man, they just don't want no Xbox guys to have any fun with their games, right? They don't want the Xbox guys to have no fun. No, it's better on the PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? Every single time Xbox guys, want to have some fun, they're probably mad because it's in Game Pass, and I believe they have to pay $70 to play the game. But we get to play it with that Ultimate Game Pass basically for free. You might as well say that $15 a month does pay off, doesn't it, guys? And we got a lot more games coming soon. We had a lot of games drop. Atomic Heart. What is it called? Samurai Warrior 3? I've been playing that also. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it, Rasta. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming in and joining me, brother. We're just chopping up some game. We're going to talk about a few things. There wasn't a whole bunch to talk about, guys. I know we had big games drop, like Atomic Heart, a few games that have dropped in Game Pass. You know what I mean? Wo Long Fallen, yes. Will be on Xbox Game Pass. That's another game that everybody's looking forward to trying out. I downloaded it too. I pre-downloaded that. Redfall. What else did I pre-download? The new Minecraft game that's going to be coming out. Minecraft Legends. Look at Tuck calling me. I'm not even going to answer the phone. You're going to have to figure it out, Tuck. Figure it out, man. I'm not going to be answering the phone live anymore. You know what I mean? You always do that. I called you twice, and I know you was sleeping, bro. because you work earlier, man. So come in the chat and figure it out, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be answering the phone on here while I'm live anymore. You know what I mean? I'll send you a link. If you figure out I'm on, I'll send you a link, brother. You know what I mean? If you want to come on and chop up game for a little bit, I'm not going to be here for 5 hours. You know, I wanted to come here and chop up game with the with the crew, the alpha chat, But everything's been pretty good, man. I've been playing a lot of games off and on before I go to work. That Atomic Heart, though, it reminds me of BioShock a lot. But I'm gonna tell you what, that game doesn't hold your hand. I'm gonna tell you right now, them robots, they'll beat your ass. They'll kick your ass fast. You know what I mean? You gotta really build up your weapons. You have to build up your character. You know what I'm saying? It's a very challenging game. There's a lot of different kind of puzzles in the game. You have to try to figure out. Sometimes they're a little bit mind-boggling, but you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? I'm at the part now where I have to get the streetcar, the car to go through the. I'm at the part where it has to go through some kind of door, some kind of like this streetcar. I got to get it to go through like I guess it's the outside door to finish the board I'm on. I'm figuring it out now. You know what I mean? There's different things you got to do, in it, but it's a really good game. It's a good game. I'm really pleased by it. And it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic on a Series X, man. There's a lot of people out there that just, anything that Xbox gets in Game Pass, they have to attack it right away. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it probably still is, it probably looks better than the PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? People just like that, not saying that it's not good on there, but they always got to say that. They want that to happen so bad. What's up, Google Poll? They want PlayStation versions of games to look so much better on their preferred platform. The Xbox, in my opinion, is the most powerful console, and it's going to play the better version of multi-plats and everything, period. You know what I mean? Okay. If it needs a little bit of a patch or something like that, that's fine. But it's not like it. I think somebody said it looked like a 360 game. Are you kidding me? I think somebody out there, one of those trolls out there, said it looks like a 360 game. Are you kidding me? You must be out of your goddamn mind. It does not look like a fucking 360 game at all. You know what I mean? They're ridiculous out here, man. They just can't stop the hate. You know what I mean? I tell you what, some of the PlayStation versions of games do look like last-gen games because they don't do real 4K. You know what I mean? But they ain't talking about that. They're still doing that 1080p. But a lot of their games don't even match the 4K games that we have over here on Xbox. I'm just being real. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that every game over there they have is butt, that it looks like garbage, because that's not true. But still, it doesn't compare, in my opinion. Oh, what Killer Shaman say? He said, Sega Man, have you heard that how you say that? Shinju Megami, founder of Tango Gameworks, has left the company. A legend will be missed. Oh, no, I didn't hear nothing about it. What's up, Deploy 619? What's going on with you, man? I didn't hear nothing about that, Killer Shaman. I didn't hear nothing about that, man. No, I didn't hear nothing about that, man, at all. But yeah, we'll talk about it, though. A couple of the brothers will be coming in soon, guys. Google Poll says Atomic Heart is my goatee so far. It's really good, Sega Man. It is right. Yeah, it's a very good game. I mean, like I said, it reminds me of BioShock. It makes me feel like some of the developers from BioShock had something to do with the game. I mean, it really reminds me of BioShock. You know what? It kind of reminds me of BioShock and We Happy Few. If you see the graphics and the way the We Happy Few looks, like some of the characters, like how some of the characters, like the robots look in Atomic Heart, it kind of reminds me a little bit of We Happy Few sprinkled into it. You know what I mean? Kinda. like maybe the combat, the fighting, you know, a little mixture of that, a little mixture of BioShock. It's a fantastic game, you know. And there's Other Zinc. Other Zinc just got in the building, so let's get Other Zinc in, man. What's going on, Zinc?
Hey man, I'll jump in here real quick. You caught
Yeah,
me at
real
the
quick,
wrong
man.
time. I'll hang out with you until somebody else show up, and then I'll give them some
Unlimited
time.
said he probably will be in.
Cool. I don't want to leave you by yourself. Wait for the rest of the squad to show up.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's it going, man?
How you doing, man? What's going on?
Oh man, can't complain.
Let
You
me
know.
tell you something before you even finish. I watched the show with that Forza Horizon 5 expansion. Man, that looks good. I
Hmm.
watched the whole show. I can't wait to get that, man.
Hmm.
That Forza Horizon, I think it's Rally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good. That looks like that's going to be another piece of to keep the game going, and it looks pretty interesting. What you think?
Hey, what's going on? Deploy 619 Killers Heaven 82.
Yeah,
I always shout out my boys because
shout them out,
I
man.
represent those dudes.
Anthony Chipmunk
Anthony
in the building.
Chipmunk, my dog, he's crazy as hell, but we fight all day to, for truth and justice, and now we got a new one. If we thought DF 4568 was dope, hey man, um, that chick, what's her name?
Who you talking about?
You know who I'm talking about? That badass. She's a 600 pound chick that's slamming these fake
Oh,
Xbox YouTubers head into the turnbuckle. Yeah, that girl is a beast, man, and she's letting people have it. And
yeah,
Lena Khan is not playing.
yeah,
You
man.
know,
I heard
but
something. I heard about it. I heard about it.
yeah, but to answer your question, man, about Forza Horizon, it ain't shit. You let everybody else talk about it. Hey, Tuckmaster in here yet?
Nope.
Since he ain't here, we'll put it on him. Tuckmaster's favorite game, Gran Turismo 7, it got an update too.
Oh, it did.
Yeah. And it's two things about it. Their update, I think they have like 4 cars, and I think it's one map, and it's exclusive to the PS5. Forza got a damn new world, a new circuit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's exclusive to the Xbox series of consoles. Here's the difference. Xbox is not selling the Xbox One anymore.
Yeah.
They're just selling the Xbox series of consoles, and they've been doing that for years now. For I think at least 3 years, two
Mm-hmm.
years, at least 2 years. Sony, on the other hand, is still selling the PS4. So the people that bought your Gran Turismo 7 game, now you just cut their legs off after they just bought your $70 online only game, and now you cut them out
Yeah.
because of this
Mm-hmm.
one map, and you could play it in reverse, and these jokers are hyped about it, dude. And the internet is not talking about it. See, people like us, we talk about everything. See, they only talk about what's uh, hated on for Xbox. Everything is we're gonna hate on everything, you know.
Yeah.
But they don't talk about the good things. Now, I can't. When I heard that it's Xbox Series X and S only, I'm like, I'm playing this shit today, and I just downloaded Atomic Heart. I need to play that.
Oh,
So
it's a wonderful game.
I bet it is. So I want to see, what's going on. Because if it's series only, the only thing I can imagine is Gears. Because people don't know that they update Gears, Horde. And like, this if you played the Ice stage,
Yeah.
Icebound,
Yeah.
dude, tell me you don't see shit that hasn't been done in any game. I mean,
That's
how
one of
they,
the most amazing boards in Gears.
dude, isn't it a
The
crazy? And
physics is
how,
is is, is amazing in the Frozen board.
right,
Amazing.
and how it turns into a blizzard and you can't
Yeah.
see shit.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Then it's crystal clear, and you break the ice, jokers get frozen there, and how they get crystallized. It's amazing. But people want to deal the hate out. But yeah, I cannot wait to get into that into the Forza Horizon, because we don't have shit. Yeah.
And hey, we got our brother Hebot in the building. What's up,
Hell
Hebot?
yeah.
Hebot in the house?
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up?
What's going on, man?
Hanging in there, man. Just calling out the controversy, dude. I'm glad you on here because I just made it home from work. I'm trying to close this job out. And
okay.
I just didn't want to leave Sega Man out here by himself, even though he could handle it. But you got a nice ass squad. I think our group is fantastic, especially with the chat that walks up in here throwing rocks, because it's always a rock to be thrown. But hey, Sega Man was gonna ask me about Miss Lena Khan Messery that's knocking people's heads off. Do you hear about what she's been doing?
Yeah. You mean the executive director from Activision?
Yeah. And what I love about it, like we got a chance to, like Sean 786, he called out this known pony. One of the reasons I stopped watching Boone's show is because when they panel get reckless, when they bring Sony people on there and they get reckless in the chat, call them out, then Boom don't like it. But it's cool to call out Xbox executives. I think that's damn near blasphemous the way they do it, because they don't do it to both sides. So anyway, the dude, Mr. Badbit, he's going off because Lena Khan did this, and he calls it a dumb meme that she put out. But here, somebody called him out that he said, called him out when, here's how we exchange games. He thought that was funny. So he says this: I thought that was funny, but you know what? Years passed and I grew up. So now it's bad. Typical Sony. That's the type of shit right there.
That's the deflecting shit.
Yeah. So I'll let you go ahead and go first because I'm full of shit. I could do this all day.
It's like I walked in the GameStop today and I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, it's amazing how you see, right? They still have a PlayStation camera they're selling, right? And they still have like peripherals like the PlayStation VR.
Hold on, I missed that. You said they have PlayStation cameras that are not selling.
Yeah, they still have a PSV, PlayStation camera that they sell.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? And you know how they have how they have now the other peripheral, the PSVR 2, and it's so amazing. Yeah. Everybody's praising it. Oh my God, a 10 out of 10, even though you got to buy over $1,000 worth just to get it to work, right? Meanwhile, when Microsoft had their camera with the Kinect that was everything together, the camera, the actual motion and the actual ability to, and to control everything in the console, like the IR blasters, and flipping from app to app, and even utilizing it in games, which was really, groundbreaking, really innovative, which now we know all these other things are utilizing the same tech, like, Siri with Apple and all these other things that are using the same technologies, the same thing.
And the main thing, I'm gonna let you roll, but the main thing, Kinect, the main reason they got rid of it because the console media, the video game media was too hard on it.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to waste an amazing technology. And now these same jackasses that criticize the Kinect has morphed into a $4,000 medical device that is used in operations to save their stupid ass lives. Go ahead, Hebot. Finish this shit off. Hey, real quick. Hey, Sega Man, keep Killers Heaven's post up there because I'm gonna read that shit. I got something to say about that. Go ahead, Hebot. Go off.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna add to what you just said. It's being used in the medical field. It's being used at NASA, from what I understand, to figure out how do you do trajectories with space satellites. It's being used in the military, how to go in with squads, on a safer, I guess, and a safer approach when they do missions or whatever.
There you go, making me say something else. Let me get you on this one too. That you're talking about AR, augmented reality, and that same dude, Mr. Badbit, he said the military rejected it, and he laughed. He had a nice good chuckle out of it. But here's the thing: they rejected the $10 billion contract.
Mm-hmm,
I think it was going to be 10 billion, I think. But
mm-hmm.
they said, but we like the technology, but we want these things improved, and gave them almost $500 million to continue the research. Go
Yeah, yeah,
ahead, Hebot.
yeah, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But see, it's like you said. How do you say? Oh yeah, we're about the Xbox brand, right? When they're the ones who come up with these ideas, do these approaches first, right? Like for example, Mixer, right? Everybody talks about, oh, Microsoft should invest more on Mixer. Listen, they paid that kid that created the Mixer app over $1 billion, right? And even
Dang.
during pandemic, Mixer didn't pick up, but it
Hmm.
didn't pick up because that fact that Twitch and even YouTube, when you stream, is so big, so large
Hmm.
that people are just not going to migrate over onto a new app if they're already comfortable where they are. But what
Hmm.
people don't understand is that Mixer did some things that those other apps weren't doing. Like,
Hmm.
for example, 4K streaming. You actually can literally stream in 4K, or that you were able to take control of people's gameplay. Like if you were playing and you were stuck, let's say a Ninja guy, and say, "Hey, but yo, since I know you know this game way more than I do, can you please take control and show them how it's done and show me?"
Hmm.
You could do that with Mixer.
Hmm.
That was the game changer that Mixer was bringing, and that's why they were promoting it. But you can't keep investing in something that doesn't bring money, because at the end of the day, ultimately, if it doesn't make money, it's a waste of money, a waste of resources. So that's
Hmm.
why they say, listen, we got to close down the doors.
Hmm.
But people try to make it seem as, oh, they just do stupid investments or they do stupid decisions. No, bro, Microsoft is not about losing money.
Hmm.
That's why they're $1 trillion company.
And the thing is, if they saw it, they would have kept with it. But to penetrate
Okay.
those
Yeah.
massive markets would have been a problem quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
they could penetrate the markets they're in now. But
But
we're going to see that technology again.
but again, my brother Zink, it's the hypocrisy, because
Hmm.
everybody that's a Xbox guy, let's say like somebody like Boom himself, right? That got a platform that's been pushing, saying that he's the Xbox brand. They could have all been using Mixer, but a lot of these dudes didn't even touch it. They were using still Twitch. They were still
Right.
using YouTube, right?
Right. I
They were
was
still
watching,
using
actually, I was watching K Mega's show. He put
it,
his show on there, and it was hard for me to get there. I
right?
had to figure it out because I messed up. I had some other uh, uh, moniker, and it was messing my stuff up. But I was trying to follow anybody that was on doing Xbox shows on the Mixer thing, on the
Mixer, yeah,
device.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You add, it's more direct, because when Mixer, whenever you go live, it lets everybody in the feed on Xbox Live in general know, oh, such and such is on Mixer streaming now, right? So you're actually getting a one-on-one basis with the actual community on Xbox Live. So that's what made it so great, right? It wasn't just people on YouTube. It wasn't just people on 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 Twitch that go there by their own will, and you can't, and you got to tell people, hey, I'm tweeting out on Twitter, I'm on Mixer right now, or I'm live on Twitch. You don't even have to do that, because it tells you right in the box. It will tell you this person's on live on Twitter, even if you don't follow them. So that way you can go check it out, and if you like their content, you can
Hmm.
actually follow. So again, it's amazing, like you said, the hypocrisy,
Yeah.
because they'll push that and say, "Oh, this is funny," like you said when they did that. This is how we trade our games, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
But get mad when somebody actually stands up and points out the hypocrisy or the stupidity when it's in favor of Microsoft, right?
Hmm.
And then they're like, "Oh, that was unnecessary. That was unprofessional." Like,
Yep.
really?
Hmm.
Listen, if the actual people working there don't stand up and say nothing, then there's going to be false information that continuously going to keep getting spread, and
Hmm.
it's not going to stop.
Right.
That's why them doing it makes sense.
And that's why I like hanging out here. It's like Killers Heaven said, look, we might as well continue with it. Killers Heaven 82 said, I've watched, let me open this up. I've watched the PlayStation showcase yesterday, and it was carried by Capcom, which says a lot about state of PlayStation's exclusives. Okay. And here's the thing. You say that about the PlayStation exclusives, And I remember Rand saying, where and others, because it's always something that they have to say against Xbox, even though they're so-called Xbox channels. So here's what they do. They say, oh, Microsoft is being carried by Bethesda. And Bethesda really operates by themselves. Bruh, Microsoft don't play that game. Okay. If Microsoft buy you, you're under Microsoft. Okay. You're not acting independently.
No,
all right.
no.
That's some dumb shit he's saying.
Well,
Here's someone that's acting independently, and that would be Bungie. And you could tell it in a contract. I listened to Hogue Law talk about that contract that they signed, and he was like, wow, Sony has no recourse here with this Bungie contract. But anyway, let's get back to Killer's Heaven, and let's talk about what I was about to bring up about Rand and many others. They said Bethesda is really carrying Microsoft in 2023. Really? No game is bigger than Minecraft. That drops in April. Forza is already, it was $1 billion franchise before they created Forza Horizon. Those two games are dropping this year. Halo is about to come out with season 3 that looks a freaking amazing. How about that Slip Space engine, people? And then you steadily have things coming from Flight Simulator and Sea of Thieves. 30 million people on Sea of Thieves, 28 million people on Forza Horizon. So what the fuck is Rand talking about? But like Killer's Heaven, I'm gonna give it to you. Like Killer's Heaven 82 just pointed out, where's everybody saying that Capcom is carried that state of play? Where are they at? Where's everybody at? See, man, I'm into calling out everybody.
And the worst part about it is that Capcom is not owned by Sony. You see what I'm saying?
Nothing.
So even if the statement was made of, well, Bethesda's carrying Xbox so far in 2023, okay, because they got Redfall coming, because they got Starfield coming, because Hi-Fi Rush was a great success, unexpected success on top of that. So what? They're owned by Microsoft.
Hey, Hebot, let me ask you a question.
That's the difference.
Hey, Hebot, here's the difference, Hebot, and I listen to all of these. I listen to all of these people talk this trash, Hebot. Hey, Hebot, you have 8 kids, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you pit your kids against each other? Like it's a freaking, like it's a fight? Hey, fight! We'll see which one is better.
Right.
Do you pit your kids against each other like that? Why
what
are
do you mean,
these
saying that one is better than the other? No, absolutely not.
Okay. Why are Xbox YouTubers saying this shit? It's
wait. Run that by me again. What they're saying?
Why are these Xbox, like Killers Heaven brought out here, and and like you just said, Capcom isn't owned by Sony, but then you get people like Rand, especially. I'm saying that because I heard him say it coming out of his mouth. He says Forza Horizon is better than Forza Motorsport. Okay, how about this? Even though it's not, and Rand will admit he don't play racing games. I do. A Sega man does, and Forza Motorsport is the most authentic piece of shit on record. So, but how about this, Rand? Why don't you say it this way? Forza Horizon is amazing. Why don't Polyphony Digital have? I'm botting. Am I still botting?
No, you're not botting.
No.
Okay. So
really botting real bad, man.
That might be you, Sega man.
It's probably on your end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody here is okay, man.
I hear him. I hear him fine. Yeah, I hear him fine. I hear you fine too.
Okay. Hey, so how about this, Rand? Why don't you say it this way? Ford Turn 10 is killing it. Where's Polyphony Digital's Forza Horizon?
Look what Unlimited just put up. Zinc, look what our brother Unlimited just put up on the screen.
Unlimited is in here too?
Yeah.
Shit, this is terrible. Now it's gonna be bad. Unlimited.
The numbers guy had to bring the numbers today.
Yeah, because Unlimited don't like it when you say, well, it's about 27 million. He's like, no, you missing some money here. It's 28 million. You know what I mean? But why don't Rand say, hey, where's Polyphony Digital's Horizon game? Why are they only
Right.
making the same game? You don't get those things. They want to pit
Well,
each
I
other,
think
the siblings against each other, which is something no parent will ever do.
no. A parent can tell their child, listen, my daughter is good. This daughter of mine is good in this. This daughter of mine is good in that, because it's different things. But they're not going to say, oh, you're better than that person because you're good at this and she's good at that. No, absolutely not. You give them credit at what they're good at. Like you just said, Rand should have said, listen, turn 10, whether it's Playground Studios or turn 10, they're killing it right now when it comes to the racing space. They're making the best quality racing games, which no one, and absolutely no one, is able to match or touch at this present time. Not Polyphony Digital, and not anybody else outside of them that does games like, let's say, Grid or let's say Test Drive. And the whole point here that I think that we should be looking at the post that Unlimited brought to the table, which was just announced a couple of days ago. And funny how nobody's talking about it.
Nobody.
How Forza Horizon 5 has been out more than 2 years now, right? Or going on 2 years, right?
Yep.
And it's still gaining players.
Hold on, man. Hebot, I can't
Players.
I can't let you do that, Hebot. Dude, the game has only been out for like 14
About a year and a half, going
14 or 15 months, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that ain't even that's nothing. You know,
And
go ahead.
especially when we all know as gamers that GT Sports came out. What was it, in February of this year?
Last year.
For PlayStation
February
5,
of last year.
Right, for last year.
It's been out for a full year now.
Absolutely no one is talking about it.
Nope.
No one. That game is as good as dead and dry because no one's talking about it. Not on PlayStation Land, not on the media, or not on the Xbox guys, because we Xbox guys don't tend to talk about PlayStation games and their success anyway. We just kind of like, yeah, it is what it is. It's doing great. If it's not, we move it on. We don't keep on dwelling on shit. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the bigger and broader point that we need to concentrate here. 28 million players after almost a year and a half, going on 2 years, and the game is still thriving. And they're about to release a brand new rally race expansion. Okay,
I think it's already out.
It's already out already.
Yep.
Okay, granted, it may not be as unique as, let's say, the Lego World one, or it may not be as unique as a Hot Wheels expansion, but in overall, it's still at the end of the day, it's rally racing, right? It's something new.
You know this. Unlimited wasn't born yet, but you remember Sega Rally?
Yeah,
absolutely.
That shit was dope as hell, and I know you were born Unlimited.
And Sega Rally was a very successful title.
That shit was bad as hell.
In the arcades and in the household, right? So that's the bigger point here. It's not about numbers, because we're not mentioning numbers to kind of show off, like saying, oh yeah, look how many people playing it, because to show off. No, we're pointing out this game came out a year and a half ago, going almost 2 years, and it's still growing and expanding. That tells you that how good the game is, how much life the game has, how much content the game has to offer to the gamers, that it keeps growing and growing.
And let me jump in here one time before we give it to Unlimited, since he just jumped in here. And here's the thing, and we talked about this before. It was something that I always bring up. Sony games make profit one time, that's at point of sale. Well, Gran Turismo can continue to make profit with the people that they continue to bring on, because it's an online only game and they do have microtransactions. But for the most part, you only make, God of War makes money one day and that's it. But Forza continues to make money, dude, every single day. These games are profitable every day. Halo is going to make more money when that thing drops. What is it, March? When is it, March 7th or whenever it's coming out? Season 3.
I think I think it is in March. I can't remember exactly.
10 days or something. Yeah. So they have that reoccurring profit that's going to continue. Just like the people that watched the Microsoft documentary, Ballmer went off before they gave him $1 billion to start the Xbox. He said, hey, what are your reserves for returns? and they're implementing the same methodology that Microsoft has always had. Go ahead, Unlimited.
Yeah, man. Look, we this is no surprise, man. How many times do games need to be successful on Game Pass before we just accept that's the status quo, right? How many times do we have to go through games hitting 20, 30 million players, right?
Mhm.
Time after time after time. Hell, I'll give you another example. Let me pull it up real quick. There's a game that was on PlayStation first, and we never heard a fucking thing about their numbers until it hit Game Pass. That game is
What's up, Dave?
Deathloop.
Oh, okay.
Deathloop,
Mhm.
5 million players.
Mhm.
Why wasn't this number put out in 2021, Zinc?
And
Hold
those
on,
and those
Unlimited.
and those unlimited. Those numbers are for Xbox only, right?
Yeah, Xbox only.
Okay,
Wow.
okay. I was about to ask because I wasn't sure when I saw the post yesterday. I wasn't sure if it was talking about like for like altogether or if it was just Xbox. I didn't get to read it. That's why.
Wow.
Yeah, so my
Thanks
thing
for the
is
5 million players.
Yep. So my thing is time after time after time, Zinc. We see that this at this point it isn't even a trend. It's a fact. Game to Game Pass, they become successful, right? Oh, by the way, I got another question. Is this game cannibalized?
You beat me to it. I was gonna wait for you to finish talking, and I was sure gonna jump in there. Hey man, shout out to David Korn, Rain G4, Dr. Vaca for rolling up in here. Hey, good one, Unlimited. You stole the show. Yeah, hey, Unlimited. After 12 months, it did this because you know they don't finish reading.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. That's see, and you know, that's the good thing about it. I didn't even care for Deathloop, but I'm glad I know a lot of people liked it. Hey man, it's just more games to play. It's more investments in the portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Zinc and Unlimited. What now? I just caught pieces of it because you guys at work, and I caught a podcast talking about the lady from Activision. What really happened? She called a dude out, made him. I guess she shut him down. Basically, they got quiet. You know what I mean? They got
Lulu Chen is her name.
Yeah, they're starting to fire back now. A lot of these
executives
at these companies are actually firing back now, man.
Well, it's the frustration.
It's 70.
The frustration. It's the frustration. I'm sorry. It's the frustration. I mean, they keep putting out spewing these fake narratives, these fake information. Listen, real quick before I'm sorry, Nick. The guy from Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah.
He clapped back yesterday at Jez Gordon.
What happened?
Red Dragon and Porter Rock. All three of them.
Oh shit!
Because he was telling them, look, you guys got to stop this narrative that is a PlayStation exclusive. We said that we're facing some technical issues because we're working on both versions of the game on Xbox. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to make sure that before we bring it out, the game is not buggy. In other words, that is clean, that is polished.
Yeah.
That is why we haven't announced anything yet for the Xbox console. The PlayStation version 1 was done. Series X one is not. That did not mean that it's exclusive or that Sony paid us. There was no deal. Stop saying that. And he said that, and then Porter Rock, I think, was trying to say that, the reason why it's coming exclusive is because of sales, because more people buy games on PlayStation. And again, we'll go back to the same thing.
That dude is so
We've
stupid.
seen time and time again that games sell and do more and do better on Xbox. It's a fact.
So he jumped in. So he jumped in and said what to Porter Rock, Jez?
Damn, I wish I had the fucking post so I could show it to Unlimited so we can put it up.
When
I have all the pics. Yeah, he clapped back. You know who put it up? Unlimited. I don't know if you can check on Twitter and maybe bring it up.
J-Rock.
It was legal. Legal put it up when he was clapping back at them.
He
was making fun. Yeah, Legal had put it up.
Yep.
He showed it. It was Jez Gordon. He clapped back at Porter Rock and Red Dragon.
Please don't let me see it. Don't let Unlimited see it, because I'm gonna see it and we're gonna go off on it, and I'm not gonna let the shit go.
Right. But it's funny because this is what needs to be done, because this narrative You know where it started. It starts
Yep.
with the PlayStation and Xbox, with the Xbox haters, with the media trying to push any negative narrative, like you said earlier before I came in, about Xbox, because it's the fun thing to do. It's what brings them clicks and views. But there's got to come to a point where you can no longer keep pushing narratives or doing things that are false, because the truth and the reality it's going to come out at some point.
Yeah.
And these developers seeing this should be like, yo, stop the nonsense. This is not what's going on. And you got to stop pushing these fake narratives, because that not only brings the wrong information to the casuals, but it's trying to give this idea or this perception that, oh, you see, Xbox is trash. They said that we had the most powerful console. And yet, here we go. Once again, just like Atomic Heart. The same thing with Atomic Heart. Clearly, because the PlayStation version, they only do one version, it was cleaned up, right? The Xbox version, they have to work on both consoles, and they brought it out. And some of the Xbox Series X version has missing details or some types of issues, which Digital Foundry so conveniently always makes sure they do tech analysis on all the games that have an advantage on PS5.
Yes, and they
every
really
single
exploit
time.
And
Which you know what tells me, real quick, you know what that tells me? They play every game, they act like they don't, and when they find something wrong with one of the games on Xbox, that's when they decide to put it up.
And they exploit it to death. Unlimited was gonna say something. Go ahead, Unlimited.
Oh no! I'm letting y'all speak because I was going to talk about this article here.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and shout out 100. He's a dog too. He was
100?
one of the jokers
Hey,
at
100?
Xbox Day One podcast at 10:30 Central Time.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was
What's up,
Unlimited
100?
putting up?
Oh, this article here about God of War.
Yeah, go ahead, Unlimited.
Yes, so I just saw this article a minute ago about never playing games like God of War on anything but easy, and this had tagline: "Combat is secondary to my journey." And I just want to point that out because if this doesn't prove something that we've said for ages and why I don't like these Sony games, people try to argue, but the gameplay, no, the gameplay is trash. Y'all know y'all sit there. Put the what's that mean? How it is? Where I start a Sony game, put the controller down and eating popcorn like a movie.
Yeah. That was a meme. I forgot who did that. That's true.
Yeah. I told you that was the case. That's why these games review well. That's why I've always called them Sony games, the Oscar bait of video games, because they don't fucking play the games to enjoy the game. They play it to fucking cry. And then I wish I had a camera to put on screen, because I turned my PlayStation on for the first time in ages. And the first thing I see, thank you to the community, and it's a picture of Kratos hugging his son, and they're both crying. You know, I'm gonna take a picture of it and put it into the chat so y'all can see I'm not.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to do that. Well, we gotta believe Unlimited, but for now we're gonna say, nah, man, that's impossible. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
I'm about to text it to you right now, Zink.
It's not impossible, Zink. It's not impossible when you had articles out there saying literally, PlayStation's God of War made me a better father. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Listen, I expect the unexpected when it comes to the Sony fan base, the Sony side, or anything related to Sony with their gamers. They are off the rails.
Yeah. And I'm glad you put this up here. I saw this by Gogol Poe, another dog. And he says, it's the state of the gaming media trash. Those guys are desperate for clicks, and that's what made me excited about Lulu Chen. She dogged those jokers. She made them correct their stuff. And then let's see who's not here. Tucker's here. Eroc's boy Destin Legary. He jumps in and he tries to protect one of the guys, and he said, well, he kind of fell into this. No, Destin, he started this shit and Lulu corrected him. And then this what made it greater. She said also there are a lot of grammatical errors through your article. I could help you with that. I was like, oh, oh man, I was stomping my feet like a kid. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, yes, it's about time someone else jumped in. Yeah,
I don't see the problem. What is the problem with somebody that's actually inside, that is part of the company, stating the facts? Because these are the facts. They're coming from the horse's mouth.
Right.
Stating the facts, correcting people's incorrect information. What is wrong with that? How does that make things unprofessional or petty? Explain to me how. They want to talk about Microsoft and these companies are so secretive. They're just trying to cover for Microsoft because they pay them money. They don't want to expose them. But we all know the truth. That's why they stay so quiet. The same way they were talking about the bullshit, how Microsoft don't speak about numbers because they're trying to hide the truth and all this other shit.
You see my screen? That's cute, man. He's hugging his son and everything.
Oh, dude, Unlimited. I just looked at that. I can't believe that was up there,
so
dude.
cute, man.
That is insane. Hey, man. But that is
That's so
absolutely
sweet.
Crazy.
That's so sweet. Indeed.
Oh, and another thing, that fake YouTuber, the PlayStation YouTuber that was on an Xbox show, and he up here, he said the dude, Mr. Badbit, he's a perennial pony. He tries to play that fake ass game, but he says this. He said Lulu is going for the Activision deal for the merger because she's going to have money in her pocket. It's not for you. She's not doing anything for you. Hey, dumbass. We will save $70. You damn fool. Meanwhile, Sony people will be paying $70. We ain't gonna pay for shit.
Right.
It's not helping us. We are being
Listen, but on this thing, tell me what people that makes any type of deals with Sony, whether it's third party with exclusives, right? Whether it was Insomniac when they got purchased, whether it was Bungie when they got purchased, or that side purchase, whether it was the developers from Returnal, when was it not about money?
Never. And Sony is only about their business because they're not even giving them their first party games. Look, we have one of their first party games in our Game Pass because feels like, you know what, I'm gonna give these guys something. Whether these Xbox YouTubers want to praise it or not, I know somebody will. Hey, Phil, we got you. Thanks for that baseball game.
Right. Exactly. When has it been about money?
Nope.
Anything in the business, in any business, is about money first and foremost.
That's
because if they don't make money,
about his fucking numbers.
If they don't make money, they cannot continue to make games.
Hell no.
It's not simple.
What's up, Pal Trex?
Since when is not about money? They make it seem like because it's Sony somehow it's not about money. It's about because it's the best brand to be on or some shit. It's like what? Like shut the hell up.
Oh, and then get this. I'm almost dude. One of the guys from Sean's show in the chat, one of the dogs, he was like, Zinc, call out the names. This is why I'm calling this dude out. He said again this. He said, oh man, it was so good. I'm gonna think of it. But it's so many things he said that were ridiculous, dude. You know, and they all just in your face. And I like it how they never talk about. Here's the thing that Unlimited and I were talking about this on the last Unlimited show. They always talk about Xbox. When are you going to talk about the games you have? And just like our guy brought up,
never hear about it.
Just like Killer's Heaven, right? Killer's Heaven brought up the state of play.
We ain't gonna never hear about it either.
Shout out to Elite Gaming Guru, man.
Oh man, that dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, because he somebody posted Sony has more games in development than ever before. Elite Gaming Guru said, "What games?" He wanted to list them games. He's like, "List them games."
Hey, dude, I see that dude. Elite Gaming Guru is an asshole. I say the same thing, dude. Just like I was about to say because of Killer's Heaven 82 about the state of play. Hey, you remember when? And I'll give it to Tuckmaster because he hasn't run his mouth today. So I'll give this to Tuckmaster.
Don't worry, he will.
Here, check this out. Check this out. Xbox had a show, and people were bitching that we didn't hear about Starfield when they told you what the fuck we were going to talk about. Right. So check this out. Now that you had a state of play, hey, Tuckmaster, why didn't we see Spider-Man? Where was that shit?
Right.
Where's the Spider-Man gameplay?
Yeah.
Or like
Are they saving that for E3, Zink? What you talking about?
Well, hold on. Hey, you hear? Hey, Unlimited. You hear Hebot over here lying? hey, Hebot. What in the hell is this? Are they going
wait. To Hebot's defense, that's what they said. They were saying, "Oh, so Sony's got a big show planned. They're saving the good stuff for later."
Yeah.
So I guess they're saving Starfield because it's the good stuff for later. Is that's the same logic?
Yeah, Sony ain't going to E3. They can't afford it. But hey, and Hebot over here, we'll see it at E3. Hey, Tuckmaster, could you please tell me where were these 10 games as a service games that Sony claimed they had last year that they were working on? And where was Spider-Man at the state of play? And we know
development.
Hebot gave me a DM. He said, "Man, Tuckmaster really loves state of play." So explain yourself, Tuckmaster.
Hey, y'all, let me tell you right now, Adam Zink, let me tell you right now, I caught you in a lie.
Oh, shit.
Outer Zinc in a line? What did Outer Zinc do?
Let me tell you right now, for number one, Sony does not own baseball. They don't own baseball.
Oh no,
Major League Baseball own the IP.
they don't own the MLB. That's for sure. Yeah.
Nope.
If Sony did have the IP, it would not. It'd still be on their beloved system. They still wouldn't be making no money.
Right, man.
They probably would have closed down the studio.
Tuck. If it wasn't making money, Tuck, you would not see it 3 years in a row consecutively on Game Pass.
On Game Pass. But hold on, I gotta correct you. Tuckmaster, let me jump in real quick because Unlimited just told you that games are cannibalized on Game Pass. So what are you talking about?
Unlimited be lying though. You don't know that.
Man.
Well, my point is that this. If it wasn't because Major League Baseball came down on Sony, told them to make the damn game because it's their IP. It's their IP. Now those 3 years.
No, the developers is the one that they own. That they make the game.
They own the developer.
Mm-hmm.
They just the developer. And that's what I'm saying. If Sony want to own it, I guarantee you it would have been closed. The studio would have been down by now.
Shit. And Sony can afford to pay the MLB and all their players all that money. You crazy.
Hey, man.
So
go ahead.
I guarantee you that it would have been, man, that would have been a lost cause by now. You wouldn't be having no baseball at all. I mean, now don't get me wrong, baseball is not really a major seller.
You tell them, Dave.
Like all of us. I mean, we do. I mean, I do play baseball, but it's not like that. So thanks to Major League Baseball that they decided to put their throats, decided to lay their hammer down on Sony and told them straight up. Either you're gonna put it on both systems, either you're gonna put on multi-plat systems until we ain't making no money, or either we're just gonna take it away from you. I mean, they could easily do that, but Sony ain't gonna do that. Sony gonna make as much money as they can because they're not really making any money at all.
Right.
And that's the bottom line, y'all.
Hey, you guys gotta show me. You guys gotta show me how Others Unlimited is putting up posts on the live stream on Sega Man shit.
Oh, I'm on my PC, so it's a lot easier.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I would love to do that too, man. Because I can bring up shit show y'all be laughing hard. I can show you right now all the numbers from the MLB since before it came on Game Pass, and you guys will fucking fall on your floor. How bad it's so.
Hey man, like I'm over here going through the chat, and Deploy made my eyes water. I had to push mute. He said state of third party.
yeah, man. Look, all they had were a bunch of multi-plats and games that are going to be on Xbox and VR shit nobody's going to buy.
Right.
That's another thing.
Dude, how many games was it for the VR Unlimited?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch it.
That they showed? I think it was like 13, right?
Games,
did any of y'all?
5.
Did any of y'all watch it? I didn't.
I watched it. Oh yeah, I watched it because I wanted to talk shit.
How many games were there then on the Zinc? Do you know?
Shit, I don't know.
5 games, y'all.
No, the reason why I'm saying that, Tug, you said 5?
It was more than 5. But here's the thing, somebody said that most of the games that they showed for PSVR 2 was on Oculus or something else. So
Really?
Oh, okay. The reason why I'm saying that, or asking that, is because it's funny, because I think they were claiming there were like 13 overall games that are coming out this year, or a little bit more than that. And yet the only game they've been talking about is Horizon Zero Forgotten.
oh yeah, Horizon.
Like for real.
Oh.
Like that shit funny as hell. Like all these games, but yet they've been pushing just one game.
That's because listen, man, this is the Sony playbook. If they think a game exclusive, they care more about the concept of exclusivity more than even playing these
Excellent
games.
point.
Because look, we thought Baldur's Gate was exclusive. I saw them put that on their list, and they aren't going to fucking play Baldur's Gate 3.
Nope.
No, absolutely not.
They're not.
They don't
They're
even
not.
play games like Diablo, and that's in
Yes,
the same
sir.
line as that. So
Tell them a little bit.
So all they saw was that, okay, the game's not coming to Xbox. It's an exclusive. It's exclusive. Then when it's
Tell them
clarified,
unlimited.
when it's clarified that there is going to be an Xbox release, nothing. It's back to being trash. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
And they're so blatant with it because they got nothing. They got nothing. We got Forza Horizon 5 got new content, and we still got Forza Motorsport to
Right
release.
around the corner.
We still got Starfield. We still got Redfall. We got a combination of new IPs and legendary IPs like
that are
Fable
not
and Perfect Dark.
coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, and none of them are even whiffing PlayStation. You know,
How's that Hi-Fi Rush on PS5?
yeah, and I gotta call out the Xbox community a bit, because when they thought Baldur's Gate was exclusive, they were all bitching too.
Oh hell yeah!
Microsoft.
Oh hell yeah!
What, I mean, Sony supports their consoles. They take care of them. And,
Yes,
and here I'm gonna say this right here: wasting money on fucking time exclusives is not fucking supporting the console. It's
Phil
wasting
Ben said
money.
that.
You know what's supporting the
Phil
console?
Ben
I don't
said
know.
that.
Fucking owning two of the biggest publishers in video games,
Yes,
knowing
sir.
damn well that the next Doom, Elder Scrolls, Hi-Fi
Right.
Rush,
Tell 'em.
Redfall are exclusive to your
Tell 'em,
platform. Knowing that people that since you're going to own a Call of Duty, you guarantee that people are going to jump
Why
to your
is that
platform
unlimited?
and play Call of Duty for free
Yeah.
off Game Pass when that deal
Why is that smarter, Unlimited?
Hold on, Unlimited.
Why is that smarter? No, real quick, Zeke. I want to.
Yeah,
You know why?
This is me and
Because
Unlimited
it's
thing.
long-term investment.
This
Yeah,
is
It's not a
Unlimited.
short-term investment.
This is
Yeah,
Unlimited in our game because we like to do this to Colin Moriarty. I'll follow you soon as you're done, Unlimited, because I'm gonna knock the rest of this shit smooth the fuck out.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see. But my point is, man, so wasting money on a game that's going to be, listen, what did Deathloop do for Sony? Nothing, because as soon as it hit Xbox, 5 million players. So,
Right,
so
right.
what does this time exclusivity shit tell me? Oh,
And in a short period of time, because Deathloop's only been out, what, 3 months?
yeah, it just came out in September last
It's been
year.
on PlayStation over a year, right?
Yeah, it was on PlayStation for a year from September 2021 to
Still don't got those numbers.
Hit Xbox in 2022, hit 5 million players within months. All right,
Yeah,
so all this tells me is that these time exclusivity deals mean nothing. They mean nothing because if you're an Xbox dude, all you got to do is kick back, enjoy the games we got. It's not listen. The way people talk, Keybot, you think that Sony has Suicide Squad exclusives or something,
Right.
or Hogwarts Legacy was all they did was waste money on exclusive mission on Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
That a game that sold 12 million copies on all platforms. It's almost like Xbox fans don't give a fuck if they don't play. So Sony wastes millions on a game that sold well on Xbox anyway. How's that? Please, somebody explain to me how's that better than owning the products yourself? Like you know what's smart? How about I own the biggest game in the world, Minecraft? And
Right.
you know what happened when I owned Minecraft and put it on PlayStation? Oh, I don't know. I've made billions and billions of fucking dollars. And I can put that elsewhere. So until somebody explain to me why Sony's method is so much better than Xbox, I'm never gonna sit here and bitch that Xbox don't waste money on a fucking commercial.
Explain to me this, Unlimited. Explain to me this, Unlimited. How is it that Sony did a deal with Square Enix for 2 years for Forspoken, spent millions of dollars on marketing? Remember that?
Yeah.
Marketing. And yet a little game called Hi-Fi Rush, once again, that was only $30 and was on Game Pass, mind you. Meaning you didn't have to buy it, still made more revenue than Forspoken.
And see,
Yeah.
and this is what we're talking
Facts.
about, and this is what
Facts.
Unlimited and I absolutely love. And you alluded to it by saying Microsoft invests for the long game. Sony keep having these many short-term investments, dude, that amount to wasting money. Like, and I know you guys probably didn't see it, but I watched the Daytona 500 last.
Mhm.
Sony had a commercial in that. Probably no one saw it. You
Mhm,
wasting
mhm.
money, dude. You're absolutely wasting money. And here, like Unlimited is saying, they have all of these many short-term investments that they have to give back. It's like they can't even reap all of the benefits of Spider-Man because they have to give it back to Disney. Disney owns that, not you,
Right.
Sony. So, dude, and when I heard this on Boom. Boom said this. He said, with Sony had got something. It was one of the games that just dropped. And Boom said Microsoft wasn't quick enough with the pen. And that's just a travesty. I said, well, how quick was Microsoft with the pen and spending $68.7 billion on Activision?
Right.
How about
Right.
which one would you rather have? And like Unlimited brought up Minecraft, they bought Minecraft for $2.4 billion.
Mhm.
Minecraft is now worth north of $20 billion. So who's the smart guy?
Yep.
Mhm.
How is that for an investment? That's like when the Cowboys bought when what's the owner of the Cowboys? What's his name?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys for
Yeah.
however many pennies it was. Dude, I think it's the richest franchise in North American sports right now.
Yeah, yeah.
For the Yankees. So, how great is that investment? That's what you do, Colin Moriarty. Colin said, I think it's smart that Sony make these little investments. No, that's for
That is such a
short-term gain.
baffling. See, he's only saying that because Sony's doing it. Because listen,
Absolutely.
every single PlayStation fan, if Starfield was exclusive, never come to Xbox, and Sony owned Bethesda, we would never hear the end of it till this day.
Nope.
But since Sony wastes money, he's got to sit there and pretend that man, I could play Final Fantasy 2 years before Xbox. That's way bigger than Starfield, guys. And he sits there and say that without the slightest hint of irony. And people like me sits there like, come on, man, why are you bullshit? Why are you trying to bullshit people here?
Wow.
Like, who do you think believes what you just said? That damn nonsense. And Square Enix said, hey, Sony is slowing our growth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They said that all those years of investment was non-profitable. It was really low growth. Yeah.
Terrible. So I like it when Sony spends money on all of these little these jokers are what are they doing? Those little short-term mini investments instead of just buying the company outright. You want to give your kids land or a home or something you own. You don't want to give them freaking debt. Get your dumb ass out of here.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
fellas,
Oh
I'll tell
yeah.
you right
And-
now.
oh.
I'll tell you right now, fellas, and this one thing I do notice is that's what's going on with Sony right now. I play this, and I want you to listen real good. Think about it. Okay, the Horizon game came out. The Horizon game came out. Okay, IGN gave it a 7. So that is dead on arrival. If the game is not a 9 or above, they ain't gonna play it.
Gave what game a 7?
Huh?
What game they gave it 7?
Horizon
IGN gave it a
Forbidden
7.
Entertainment, the VR version.
Oh, Horizon Forgotten. I got you.
Oh, okay.
So that's dead already. It is a $70 game. Oh man, please.
A $70 game, Tuck, that you got to spend $550 to play on, but you can't run it unless you have a $500 console.
Yep.
I mean, I want to ask y'all this, fellas. This is real quick, okay? Now, this would make these doggone PlayStation people so damn dumb, okay? I got a friend. He got both systems, okay? Now, I went and told him about Atomic Rush, about Atomic Heart. That's on the Game Pass.
Mhm.
Check it out, y'all. Now, he said he's going to check it out on the Game Pass, but he's going to buy the game. If the game is impressive, he's going to buy the damn game on the PS5. But he got the Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he's falling for the fallacy of, well, if I played on Game Pass, it means I'm not supporting the game. Which I don't know how many times we got to debunk that.
Well, I'm buying for Xbox because I had the privilege to play it at no risk day one. I saw how good the game is. I'm intrigued. I feel it's worth owning, so I'm going to buy it on Xbox. Thank you for Microsoft giving me that privilege of playing it without having to worry about wasting my money and not being sure if the game was going to be good or not.
Hey man, let's address the chat some more. See, this is why
Who you want to go
I
to?
like this. Dude, you stuck on them right now. This is why I like the chat. It's too much intelligence in the chat. Owl tracks at 6:53 p.m. Minecraft is more than just games too. Hey, when you see that's marketing that Boomstick doesn't understand, and all of these fake marketers out here. When you see that kid walking in a mall with a backpack with that damn blocky ass sword in the backpack walking around the damn mall, dude.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is an industry. All right.
I got a Minecraft book bag right now.
Hey, bro, when you see all of these toys and all of these things associated with Minecraft, it's an industry in of itself. Halo, the same, dude. They're selling books and clothes and encyclopedias and all of this other shit that coincides with the damn game.
Hey, Zinc, if you looked at Inside Xbox, they just showed you the new Minecraft Crocs.
Look, man, and every little white kid is gonna have those mugs too. Hey, dude, I mean, it's all over the place. There are so many things that are tied into a game. When I tell, I'm 54, so when I tell somebody at the grocery store I'm going to play this game, and I see them holding a book, I say, hey, well, this game that I play have 40 novels to it, 40 plus. And they was like, what? A game? I'm like, yeah, it's like that. It's more than, like Paltrack said, it's more than just a game, dude. It's friends of mine that have read the books, never touched the game because they don't play games. But they're one of those that like to curl up by the fireplace with a blanket and read a fucking book.
You just read a book?
I'm not really into reading books like that unless I'm getting a grade for it and some shit.
Listen, I guarantee you those Minecraft Crocs are going to sell like hotcakes.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something. This is something I wanted to say, but I wanted to save it for one of our shows. Here's the devastation that Microsoft is doing to Sony, okay, with the Activision deal. It's like they're pulling a Robin Hood on them. They're robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. They're taking Sony's biggest money maker and they're spreading it across the land. Meanwhile, while they're spreading their game across all of these parties, putting them on all of these devices, they're diluting the need for Sony to have all of these little things exclusively. And those are the things that are going to kill the PlayStation. When you lose your main source of income because they have spreaded it, Brad Smith, 150 million potential new users, and it's just and then they're going to drop it in the Game Pass for free. Oh yeah, it's going to slowly dilute the power of the PlayStation over a period of years. I expect them to go down fast. They're going to need a miracle to get out of here. But when they're purposely diluting Sony as a console. And this is one of the reasons why Sony don't have anything now. You like E-Rock and I and all of us were talking. You can tell how well a company is doing by their investments. What investments? Sony has one game that's theirs coming this year. One. And a few people bring
even that has an asterisk because, as you explained earlier, Marvel's the one who makes the most money off that one game.
They and this is their one thing that they could bring people. It's like, you got to get a PlayStation for this, but now they're not going to be able to say that about Call of Duty.
But you got to also question how much money they make, because think about this, right? Think about this, right? They also, you stupid Rain. He said he
That's
about
why I
keeps
put it
his
up there.
weed in the Minecraft.
Rain crazy, man.
Rain ain't shit, boy.
Rain's crazy, man.
Hey, fellas, you know what? I want y'all to think about something about this too. I really
He's
want y'all
so
to think about this.
stupid. I'm sorry, he took me off track. I just saw
They
that
do,
and had to
man.
laugh. That's just funny.
You have to
Hey,
hit
fellas,
mute or
hey, fellas,
they'll
I want
mess
to ask
you
you
up.
this. I want to ask every single one of y'all this. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this. Why do you think the CMA wanted them to split this thing up with Call of Duty?
You mean
Why that is? I thought about this. If Microsoft got ahead and decided that they're gonna go ahead and just do what the CMA wanted them to do, split it all up. Now you know in the background, you know Sony gonna say, okay, well, you know, if they split it, if they decide that they want to split it, which they didn't, they already told them no, that they ain't gonna do that.
Mhm.
But if they did decide to do that, just think about it. Developer, whoever gets, if they would have did it, the developer, whatever got Call of Duty, Sony would have called them and made a deal with them and for them to sell it off to them.
The Sony can't afford that, man. Call of Duty is too much money. And that leads me, I'm glad you brought that up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. They just want Call of Duty. They don't want any other franchise but Call of Duty, and that's it.
Well,
Yeah, because it's making them almost 20% of their annual income.
right, and the thing
Yeah,
is,
that's what I'm saying.
they don't want what Microsoft is doing to Call of Duty because, like I
No.
said, it's diluting the need for a PS5 now. So
Right.
by spreading it, they giving it to everybody. Because
It's gonna be on Nintendo for Christ's sakes. Oh my God!
Right, and like Unlimited was saying, like Unlimited brought up Minecraft earlier. That's how Unlimited. Let's use the correct word. That's how Microsoft nurtured Minecraft by paying $2.4 billion for it. Now it's worth north of $20 billion because they put it on everything and just made the game wildly successful.
Right.
But meanwhile, remember, Microsoft is mismanaged. But gone.
Right. Well, that's what I was trying to. Another point I was trying to say before Tuck said what he said. You also got to think about with that marketing, right? I'm going back to the whole Spider-Man 2, right? Remember, how much money does Sony really make from that? Because they have to market the shit out of that game because that's their biggest game this year and in their console right now, period.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that now we got all the casual Marvel fans playing games that never played video games before. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they have to spend at least 300 million, 250 just on marketing. So at the end of the day, what do they really take with the intake when they have to split it with Marvel Games, which is owned by Disney, and then they have to split it with whoever else when they distribute it because they're going to sell it physical, or if they make, they're going to try to make another PlayStation 5 custom console, then they got to pay for R&D for that shit. They're going to do that, right? So at the end of the day, what are they making? Maybe like 20% profit, maybe?
It's what you say. They're making mind share. And
mind share, but not money, not profit, right?
You cannot convert mind share into enough money to buy a ZeniMax. So
that's right.
It doesn't mean anything that people say, oh, they're dominating. They've been leading for 20 years. You have nothing to show for it.
Right.
You have nothing to show for it. And dude, I and I know people don't like this, but I am going to enjoy, especially my boy Ramo. Like I said before, he'll call me early in the morning. Hey, is Sony out of business yet? I'm like, unfortunately, they're not. In this, I hate for people to lose their job, but sometimes a bad apple will spoil the bunch. And that's what they've done to the whole.
There go Vaca.
I cannot stand these jokers.
Look what Vaca said. Vaca told right now he about don't keep his weed in there. He keep his towels in that motherfucker.
And see, and Vaca is telling me that the new Halo book. Here's another thing. Vaca is saying the new Halo book is being delayed, I think, until July. But here's the thing. I thought they were losing money.
Right.
And Rand said this. Rand said, what the fuck did that idiot say? He said, believe it or not, Xbox developers don't have unlimited budgets. Okay, well, you tell me what the fuck it is. Huh? You tell me what the fuck it is. They still going to E3. Halo is having new shit coming out.
Yeah, and you notice how this week
that statement is true. Nobody has unlimited budget.
Of course they don't.
Yeah, but I know what he's trying. I know what you mean. He's trying to minimize it, trying to make it seem like there's some rag. Microsoft is giving them scraps when, again, this is another objective fact. Every freaking studio they've purchased since 2018 has grown. And grown significantly.
Absolutely.
We're talking about companies like Ninja Theory that used to have like 20, 30 people now having 200 developers.
And here's the new one, Unlimited. And this is another thing I was going to. They said, I heard, of course, they heard from their sources that developers within Microsoft are getting mad because of Microsoft's pursuit of the Activision deal, and that's $68.7 billion that they could be spending on the development that we have here. Hey, how about that one game that Unlimited said was his game of the year a couple years ago, or a year ago, that they wouldn't have any bosses if it weren't for Microsoft?
With Psychonauts.
Psychonauts. Hey, how about Bethesda? And hey, you know what? You take your time, you delay your games, we got you. Every single thing that these people touch, dude, is getting better and better and better. They are not hurting for no cash over there. It's like Phil Spencer said, I don't have to go to the board when I buy things. But $68.7 billion, I thought I needed to go to the board, and I did,
Zink,
and they approved of it.
Hey, Zink, is Phil Spencer actually helping Sony out by bringing first party games over to PlayStation Plus?
What are you talking about?
Is that a real thing? I was reading it on Pure Xbox that it said that Phil Spencer's excited to bring first party games to PlayStation Plus.
That's called a misleading headline. And what happened was Minecraft Legends is on PlayStation
That's
Plus.
Crazy.
A game you could play off Game Pass already.
About to say, man.
And the thing is, fucking Minecraft. Minecraft Legends is going to PlayStation and Nintendo when it releases in April. It's Minecraft. Of course, the Minecraft IP is
Minecraft
everywhere.
Dungeons, right?
And yes, of course, Phil is glad to get. We probably got a couple million off that. They're like, hey, man. We want to put the biggest one of the biggest IPs on our service. Feels like, all right, cut me a check and it's done deal.
Yeah,
I put out a
making billions on it.
Yeah, I put out a tweet saying, hey, Sony, thanks for even more players being made to play it. Y'all still ain't getting Starfield. That's what he should have put at the end of it.
And it's like they said, damn it, what were they? Go ahead, keep going. I'm gonna get this out. I want to line it up.
No. I mean, look, man. So yeah, Sega, man. That headline you read, it's one of the misleading headlines because they desperately want Microsoft to be a third-party publisher. So bad. They hope and wish that's their new hope now is that they give up on consoles and become a third-party publisher because they already lost.
That's it. So they can say, "Oh, see, Microsoft didn't care about the Xbox console and their fans. They just want to be third-party publishers. All they care about is money." That's what they're trying to. That's the narrative.
And here's Dr. Vaca with a good one. He was like, "People are still running around saying Halo is lacking content when they've been dropping maps like crazy. Yeah, after the Forge update. And here's something else. They've even put player-created maps into."
Yes, the new expansion. Yeah,
that you're going to be able to use your battle pass against. So you'll be able to upgrade your battle pass by playing some of these Forge maps, and that these guys have created off this supposed horrible slip space engine.
Man, they're still doing stuff like that.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was smart of them that since they knew they were having like a state of play to kill some of the noise. If you notice, they announced the Forza expansion right away. Yep. I think it was the same day. Then they announced yesterday the expansion coming for Halo. Yep. You know what I mean? That's marketing right there.
What Sony does.
Props to Xbox because for the longest they would refuse to do that.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a period of time if Sony shows something, Microsoft would just kick back and look.
Wouldn't say nothing. Yeah.
But you know what? That was a Forza monthly, and they have a Forza monthly either for sure once a month, and sometimes they'll double it up. But
yeah, but it put it the same day. That's good.
That's good. Sony tried to diffuse them by putting theirs on that day, because for those Forza monthlies are planned because the game is going to drop soon, just like Halo. It's dropping in 10 days, so you get this is a big production here. That State of Play would shit. But they, you know, either way it goes, whether Microsoft caught them or they thought they diffused Microsoft, they ain't do shit. But like this, nobody. Go ahead, Unlimited.
No, I just wanted to say, man, it's funny that you say they try to diffuse them, and people just ended up talking about Microsoft at the end because they thought Baldur's Gate was exclusive, and that ended up being about Microsoft. even when they try to steal Xbox Thunder, it's just Xbox.
Yeah.
Let me get that deploy exactly. Since Pierre took over, content has been dropping in Halo Infinite. But here's the thing, deploy. It's not only that. COVID-19 shut everybody down for 2 years.
They ignore that.
It's been shut down. But one thing that I do like that they've changed, they used to, and Hebot, I know Hebot is one of the chief among this hate. Microsoft talks too much sometimes, and they were trying to be nice by giving us a Halo update every single month. Nobody appreciated it, so they cut that shit out. I don't hear shit anymore. They just keep dropping shit. They're surprised dropping shit all the time with Halo. They just keep dropping. That's what they should do. Just start dropping shit out the fucking sky, dude. And Microsoft is learning right now with Redfall. Everything they say, the media is against it at every turn. Man, I'm telling you, I would drop Starfield in somebody's face.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't let them know I wouldn't give them no date. I'd just give them a ticking clock, and for Unlimited, Sega Man, and Hebot, hey, I'll give you a date. You can pre-order the collector's edition on this day. And soon as that clock tick, you should be at your front door and see your box at your door of the game that you ordered. But I wouldn't give nobody an official date, and I turn my phone off like Sony did to Bobby Kotick and stop answering calls. Wouldn't tell nobody shit. Game just be dropping.
Right. Absolutely.
I tell you guys what, man, I was just really happy to see, honestly, when we was talking about earlier, guys, about these about these developers and these execs at these companies coming out and firing back. And I hope they continue doing that. I really do, because that'll really help out out here in the gaming streets, with them actually coming back and firing back like that, man. Putting these guys in their place, where they belong. It's about time.
What it's gonna do is gonna cut the noise from the fake the people that like to spread the fake news. That's what it's gonna do.
Yeah,
it's gonna cut that noise, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what they need. That's why they're mad. That's why they're trying to say, like Dustin, like when he tried to say, it was really not like trying to say, in other words, that wasn't professional, for her to do that. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
If they're saying some fake shit.
Yep.
Right.
He's saying it's not professional.
In other words, that's what he was trying to say indirectly.
And she had an interview with somebody, and she was like, "Hey, was it okay for Sony to?"
Yeah.
She
Yeah, go ahead, Zane.
She was like, "Is it okay for Sony to say what they've been saying?" She went,
Yeah.
This time people started calling, like we try and call Sony out, but nobody hears. Nobody I'm so glad a powerful person and a smart woman at that just held her ground and just put them down, man. It was good. I love it.
On top of that, you know what they don't realize too, guys? These guys not realizing that the more that Sony, right, is apprehensive, right, with this whole deal, and they keep making it harder and harder, not only for Xbox, but for Activision, right? Because this is a payday that they need, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're just burning bridges.
Hey, Hebot, let me get on that. And that's people always say Sony is just doing what they have to do. It's a tactful way to do business. When you are beat, you need to back up so you don't burn those bridges, because you're gonna need that person one day later.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at how people are talking and within Activision themselves, like even Bobby Kotick's, like this lady, they're burning bridges. If this deal winning, look, I would not be surprised. And this is a hypothetical, obviously. But if this deal, for whatever reason, let's just say for whatever miracle reason it doesn't go through, I guarantee you that there will be some type of lawsuit from Activision towards Sony if that doesn't go through.
Say that one more time. I missed that.
I guarantee you that if this deal didn't go through for whatever reason, right? Hypothetical. Hello? Which, it's really highly unlikely because we're talking about some big time ball of money.
It's impossible.
That if it doesn't go through, right? Activision will go after Sony in some type of lawsuit.
Well, they may not do that, but here's the thing. People think that Activision needs Sony. No, the fuck they don't. And Microsoft just gave them the blueprint of what to do with Call of Duty. Put it on, what's that system that, what's that, not NVIDIA. NVIDIA. NVIDIA have a service with 25 million.
Yeah, for PC, right.
Okay, they put it on NVIDIA, and they putting it on that. They putting it on the Switch. They giving them the blueprint of what to do.
Yeah,
okay,
and Microsoft is smart because they know which games they don't need to have exclusive in their catalog. They could just rake in the cash for to make the games that are going to be in Xbox identity, and that's why Call of Duty, Minecraft, Roblox. Well, no, I think Roblox actually is exclusive to Xbox console.
It is exclusive to Xbox.
Yeah, so I should just stick with Call of Duty. Call of Duty and Minecraft. They know that we could just make the money off that. Starfield, we still got Starfield. If you want exclusive first person shooter, we got Halo. If you want an exclusive building game, we got Roblox. So they already got the Xbox version of these massively popular games they're going to own anyway.
Right. Yeah, and plus, on top of that, Zink, Unlimited, that there will be other things on the pipeline, like a Hi-Fi Rush, for example, right?
Yeah.
With Bethesda. You'll know that they'll probably make some type of new Crash game or a new IP altogether because they're going to give them creative freedom. They said it. And that's what most of the developers from Activision have been saying, that they're excited for the possibilities of new creative freedoms, for new ideas, new things they can do. They said that the entire time. That's all you've been hearing them say.
Yeah, because Activision got a lot of talent in studios. They just turn them into COD support teams. So people forget that Beatnox used to make superhero games. That High Moon used to make great games. That Raven Software used to make excellent games. They used to make the X-Men Legends games that were my favorite superhero games before Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights came. So they got a great track record at Activision. It's just that for some reason they just end up turning them on to COD support teams, which I don't blame them since that's their moneymaker. But still, these guys got talent. Let them use it.
But see, Unlimited, that's what happens in a contingency plan. When your number one moneymaker needs help because COVID shut everybody down. Now it's all.
But that's the thing. This happened long before COVID, though. They turned those companies into COD support teams way before 2020. They started doing that like 2016, 2015.
Yeah, so but they were just support teams, though. It's like, dude, what people don't understand, like Halo 343 helped PUBG. 343 helped the Coalition get started. Halo needed help during COVID. Coalition helped them. Turn 10 helped them. Okay, these studios help each other. Even Turn 10 helped Flight Simulator.
Yeah, and you're right. But the difference is that they still make other games, and that's kind of my point there.
But what you're talking about,
help Call of Duty. But I'd love X-Men Legends 3, for example.
But when you
did you guys see? Did you guys see real quick because you guys were talking about something that just made me remember? Did you guys see that they were saying that the new information that came out for Perfect Dark is that it's going to be a third person and first person hybrid?
No, unless that came from the initiative, I don't believe nothing because they
no. But they were talking about that. Which I think would be good if it is.
Yeah. Well,
I disagree. Stick to one. Don't mix and match first person, third person. A game like Deus Ex Mankind Divided does that, and it's freaking ridiculous. That if you do stealth and you go and hide, all of a sudden you're third person, and then you shoot back in the third person, you start shooting.
Correct.
If
it's executed correctly, since it's the people that did Tomb Raider, right? That's working with them.
But that's only when you're going.
It could be really good.
Right?
Yeah, but in my opinion, I'm sure it would be good if they do go that route. But I think you just pick one, stick with it. Don't mix match first person, third person.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's just gonna all that's gonna happen is that people if you're sensitive to quick hand movements. Like I forgot who was sensitive to it that I know in the Xbox community. You're not going to be able to finish it because all that's going to happen is that you're going to get motion sickness, constantly jumping from one to the other during action scenes.
Mm-hmm. And
no. I'm thinking maybe level based. Like if they're doing it level based, like some levels will be first person maybe with stealth or whatever, and then some of them will be like third person, so you do hand combat. That's what I'm thinking they're probably going for. I'm not sure, but that's what I think it might be.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I don't mean like changing on the fly when you're doing a board, because that could be, like you said, that could be jarring and mess up people like playing. Yeah, I agree.
But what I was saying to Unlimited, when it was time to make Call of Duty happen, those studios, it was 9 studios. They didn't do shit. It was 100% Call of Duty and nothing else.
Right.
That's all. Right. Because they had to get that game out, because we actually didn't think it would make it, but they had to get the game out so it didn't turn into a Battlefield situation. Right. Halo had to get out, so they had to put everybody over there. It's like, this game it's delayed a year. We got to get it out next year. Now we'll work our way through it. Now it looked like they're almost up to speed now. But I wanted to get at Dr. Vaca here. He said they're willing to put Call of Duty on PlayStation Plus. No, they're not, Dr. Vaca. No, they not. That did not come from any Xbox executive. Yeah. None of them. That came from.
I don't think they're willing, but I don't think Sony would want that either. Sony be like, no, hell no, because they want that money.
They love it because when they learned then how their service could blow the fuck up. But Microsoft ain't gonna give them that unless they gave them.
They're not gonna give that advantage. Nah,
they ain't gonna give them that.
But I don't think Sony will want it either, because Sony still thinks that you can't make money with games on the service day and day. They still believe that dumb shit.
No, they believe it now. That's why they trying those 10 games as a service games that we don't know what the names of them are.
No, I'm talking about like putting games day and day, like any, not games as a service only. I'm talking about any game. Like they don't believe that that's profitable. That's why they won't dare do it. Yeah, nah, we ain't putting that shit on PS Plus. You bugging, you crazy. But I see
what you're saying, but games like Call of Duty, they keep making money because of Microsoft.
Absolutely, right. Yeah, because they almost like games of the service. I know what you mean, because of the DLC
God of War,
and all the expansions. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's why they losing PS Plus subscribers.
Right. Well, you remember, guys, real quick. Remember, just so I can refresh your memory, which I'm pretty sure you guys remember anyway. But you remember that fucking, what was it? When they put fucking remember when they put God of War? I think it was Uncharted 4, and I forgot. I think it was Spider-Man too. They had put it on PS Plus for like a couple of months, and their subscription actually jumped up 2 million or some shit like that. I don't know, like sometime like during like when they first came out, like a year after it came out, God of War. That shit actually boosted up their service. Just like when they put Shadow Warriors 3, that was a day-and-day release, and they actually had a boost in service. So for them to think it doesn't work is kind of stupid, in my opinion.
But the thing is, those are one-and-done games.
Right, absolutely. But it still helps, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Like Sega Man and I play Gears, and I play Gears more than that. I think I'm over 5,000 hours now.
Yeah, you're past me. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but
What's up, cool man?
But it changes every time, though. You know what I mean? God of War never changes, and Unlimited is just killing me when he put that crying shit in my damn text here.
Hey, that's Sony put that on PlayStation 5 for the world to see. So
that's amazing.
If they want people to see it, I'm sharing it.
Hey guys, does Activision make one of my favorite games? Do they make Fair 3? Do they make the Fair games?
No, I don't think so.
No, that Fear was a badass game. That was
Yeah,
a great game, man. God, that game was awesome.
Yeah, they don't. I thought they did. They don't. It's another company, right?
Damn, that game was bad.
Yeah, Fear 3 was.
I forgot who the publisher was.
WB, I believe, published them games. I just don't.
It was published by WB.
Yeah.
And I
WB.
think-
Okay.
I know WB has some big ass titles that they used to publish, like big titles, but
Yeah.
you know,
And
people don't give them credit. People be like, nah, they're not that good. Like, damn, I don't know, man. They be publishing some good shit.
I think
Hey,
the first Fear
let me
game was what I
ask you guys this, man. After this deal goes through, which we know it's going through, because I'm sick of every fucking podcast saying if it's going through. Stop saying if, it's going through.
It is.
So when this is done going through, no ifs. Do you think Microsoft will acquire another company after they get Activision?
Dude, hey,
Yes,
I'm glad you
yes,
brought. Go
Yes,
ahead.
because
whoever said-
Microsoft says this in like every interview.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they've been saying
That's what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Unlimited.
They said in listen, there are three things they say in every interview. One, we're not taking Call of Duty away from Game Pass.
Yes.
Two, Game Pass is profitable or does well. And three, we're going to buy more studios after
Yes.
this is approved.
Hey, let me
interview.
go with
So,
number
yeah.
4. Let me go with number 4. Satya Nadella said, "Yeah, we laid off some people, but we're going to hire 20,000 more." Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Sega man, I got to get going though, man.
Hey man, I'm glad you dropped by. I'm gonna have to get
All
going
right,
a little bit
brother.
too. Glad you came over, Unlimited.
Yeah, yeah.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah.
brother.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday.
All right, Limited. You too,
Peace,
man.
Unlimited.
All right, Chuck, Hebot, you too, guys.
All right, brother.
All right, Unlimited. Be good, puppy.
What's up, Tool Man? The Red Baron. What's up?
So yeah,
The
man.
Red Baron.
Yeah, so I would say, after this, yeah, I think they're just going to keep going, just like Unlimited said before he left,
Mhm. Yeah.
But
And they are, man. Somebody else brought that up in another podcast, and I'm like, don't y'all watch this some of the times? I know some people work, but when you have a big podcast, you got 600 people listening to your show, you should know these things. You should know everything.
yeah, man.
You have that many people. And it's just like Phil Spencer talking, they don't listen to him.
Nope.
It's amazing to me. It's
No,
truly
they
amazing.
don't, man. What's that other game that's coming? There's another big game that's coming from the initiative. What was that one? Where it starts out where they're shooting the arrows in the air?
No, you're talking about a Valve. That's Bethesda's game, I
It's
believe.
Bethesda's game? Avowed. Yeah, that's coming pretty soon too, right?
Yeah, they just had something about a Valve released here. I'm not too sure, but something about a Valve released. But we got too many games right now. This is what I was gonna say, man. What are Sega man? What are your top 5 games for the year, or your top 3 games for the
Oh,
year?
that's
or top 3 or top 5 games?
you mean I want to come or just games period?
The games period that's coming in 2023.
Well, my first, I'm going to say Forza Motorsport. That's going to be my number one. I wish upon a star. I wish Gear 6, but I know they're probably making that. So I'm going to say, Forza Motorsport, Hellblade 2, and I need one more. Man. Let's see. Man, what's another one? That's a tough one, man. Damn. I don't know, man. Those are my big 2 really right now is probably going to be Forza Motorsport, Hellblade 2. Oh, and if it comes out, I don't know if it's going to come out this year. I'm going to say the new Perfect Dark. If it comes out.
Really quick, Sega man. They just announced a couple of days ago. It's just another thing nobody was really talking about, but that they're bringing back the original writer for Gears 2 that wrote Gears 2 and 3.
The
coming back.
what?
The original writer.
For
for real?
the writer.
The writer, yeah.
Yeah, he did something and he's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back to do the new Gears, the next Gears.
Yeah, but it's been
man.
several writers, just like in
Yeah, but I'm saying like the initial original writer, he's coming back, so that's good news.
Yeah,
Because
that is
those
good
two,
news.
those two had like the best intertwined and tissue connected stories. So
And
That's a good thing.
But even with that though, Hebot, it's like Halo. Halo CE is, I don't care what comes. And as much as I love Halo Infinite, Halo CE will always be my favorite Halo because it was the first time I experienced it. And
right.
Gears 1 will and 2 will always be my favorite because Gears 1 is the first time I experienced it.
That's right.
Gears 2 is
the one that started it all.
When Maria died in his arms, I'm like,
my God.
Dude.
Oh my God. Yes, sir. You want to talk about an emotional, memorable.
I was whooping ass. I wouldn't even kill nobody. You remember how you could shoot them until they got down, and you got on them and you beat their ass?
Hey, Zink, you want to talk about an emotional, memorable, and like it was something that was done so naturally within the story without being pushed, without being trying to push that bullshit narrative, though, that Sony make these games that are so family connected, that they're so this and so that.
Doing a great conversation. I'm all geeked up, and then he bring up a garbage ass PlayStation game.
Well, I'm just trying to explain to you that you want to talk about comparisons because you brought up probably one of the single greatest moments and most emotional moments. Besides Dom sacrificing himself to save his best friend,
pissed me off.
To be with his wife and his son, right? Mm-hmm. That was naturally implemented in the story,
and he thought
it didn't feel forced.
You know, he thought he thought he was going to win and stop the war or whatever, and that wasn't the case. Almost like when George thought he was the Spartan. Thought he was saving Reach, bro. You weren't doing.
Bro, it reminded me when you saw what's his name from All in the Family. Remember Archie Bunker?
Yeah.
Remember when he lost Florence? How emotional that episode was when he lost his wife.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. With my boy Ramo and I talked about that the other day. I watched that episode. Yeah. Well, he realized how bad he would treat her, but yet she was like the greatest wife in the world to him. Oh yeah.
It was amazing. It was that powerful. Yeah. It was powerful, man. It was a powerful moment, but it wasn't forced. That's my point. That's why I brought up the Sony situation. It wasn't forced.
There you go again. Anyway, to stop Hebot from killing my mood, because I was talking about some Xbox games and Deploy jumped in saying it's going to be some great games. Microsoft has some great games coming for years.
Yeah.
And you know, here's something that the media is trying to stay away from. My top 3 or 5 games. Number 1, of course, is Forza. And it's because it's going to be the barometer. Yeah. It's going to show the power of the X, and it's going to show the power of the S that Sony will never.
Brand new engine.
It ain't going to ever be able to match it. So that's one. They can't do anything with that game. Then, even though I've never played Bethesda games, I'm looking forward to. I was going to say Starfield, but Redfall is next. Yeah. Because when they say it's online only, what I believe is happening is they're going to make it like Gears Horde. And Gears Horde, the AI uses the cloud. That's why it's so fierce. I think they're doing the same thing. That's why that's going to be only online. So I'm looking forward to Redfall. Then I'm looking forward to Starfield because I want to see what the hell this shit is all about. And I'm hoping it's like, what's our great game? Mass Effect.
Yeah,
you know, I'm looking like what I've been doing. I look forward to Sega Man. I look forward to so much. I've been watching old races like Daytona races and Indianapolis Motor Speed stock car races from 1950s, 1960s, 70s. I've even watched Gran Turismo races. I've raced myself here. I fall asleep watching a damn NASCAR. Dude, I cannot make this shit up. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to it.
Hey, Zink, let me ask you and Hebot a question because you guys are kind of, well, Hebot is too, kind of is a big Gears fan. Do you think, you know how they focused on certain character stories? Do you think it would have been cool if they would have brought out a version of Coltrane like they did Beard, like his own game, like a version of like Coltrane's background, everything, stuff like that. Wouldn't that be cool if they like focused on one of the other
Let me
characters?
go first with this one, Heba. And they did this first with Coltrane. They had a little in one of the Gears game. I forget. I think it was 4 or 3. 3, I think.
I think it's 3. It was 3.
Where they had him some flashbacks when he played Thrash. But here's the thing that we go up against. It's what we suffer. They hated on Halo 5 because we had a lead black character. I don't care what anybody say, that was
right. I feel the same way. That
was the problem. And as much as I love Coltrane, dude, that somebody would have something stupid to say. Like they keep saying, we need a Marcus Phoenix collection. Gears is not all about Marcus Phoenix.
No, it's not.
Right. Yeah. It's about the squad. It's actually about the squad,
dude. Now, if you had the backgrounds of all 4 of those guys, like I did, like the where Dom came and saved Marcus. Sometimes I'll start the game up and just play that and just watch that play a little bit and then move on. Yeah. But I'd like to see it, or in the next game, you could have a rehash of where he came from in like in an offshoot part where you have to, go down this pathway and it'll be a sub mission, and it's a long mission this way, all about Coltrane, to break up the monotony of the game, and you could, it's kind of like. What I'm saying, Sega Man, that's a good thought. Kind of like what they did with Mass Effect, too. How you have to do all of the loyalty missions.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
It's my favorite too. Where you have to break off and you could do a backstory on Cole.
Yeah.
We've already did Marcus, so to speak, but you could do a backstory to all of them. I wish they bring back Ice-T's character, talking all that shit.
Oh yeah. That was a really good.
That was Jace.
Yeah.
I have that figure, but it broke in half on me. I'm so mad because it was a Comic-Con exclusive they did one year.
Well, he bought in Zinc when Ice-T had. I used to watch Ice and Coco's show. On TV.
Real quick. Let me get at 100. This motherfucker. Hey, like E-Rock said, not too many of us watch NASCAR. Yeah, I know they kind of got rid of the Confederate flags, 100. You asshole. But it's one of those things, man. I just can't. I love racing so much. I can't let somebody's hate for me make me not like those cars. And to agree with 100, it did piss me off when Bubba Wallace sort of got knocked out of the race because this jackass ran him into the wall and broke his tow bar in the back of his car, so his car wasn't going to be able to maintain the speed of like lap 54. So that's enough of my NASCAR, but that one.
What Rain wrote, man, he said, I want a prequel to Gears before Marcus was locked up.
That would be good too, because he got in some damn trouble, So, yeah.
Well, I guess I could go next or no?
Free Rain. Go ahead.
Rain brought a good point up. That's the beauty of Gears. It lends itself to so many possibilities because, again, it's not just Marcus Phoenix. Yeah, Marcus Phoenix is like the soul of the entire group.
Hey, hold on. One more thing while I'm mad at 100. Hey, 100, your ass should have been at the Los Angeles Coliseum because they had a NASCAR race over there about 3 weeks ago. 100, his piece of shit. Anyway, day one podcast at 10:30. Hey, 100, they're going to have a NASCAR race in Chicago July 1st. If my daughter don't have a softball game, you're gonna see my black ass out there. I might be the only nigga out there, but
you stupid! Stop it!
Hey, you're gonna see a
stop it! You'll be surprised how many black dudes love fucking goddamn NASCAR. You'll be surprised.
Hey man, hey, you might see my ass driving one of the cars if I could fit it in, bitches.
I would love to see that because your love for it is it's impeccable. So I would love to see that. That'd be great.
Hey, Hebot.
Hebot, I run into the fucking soldier field, dude. I kill everybody.
Hey, Hebot, you know, and Zink,
Go
what's
ahead.
his name used to like NASCAR? I think Randy Moss from the
Oh
Vikings.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
one little known fact before we get back to Hebot, Jordan, the reason he's a car owner now, I didn't even know this, and I know everything about Jordan, dude.
Hmm.
Jordan, they used to ride their bikes to the NASCAR shops just to watch
Right,
them work on the cars.
right.
That's how much he liked auto racing, back in the day. But anyway, man, go ahead, Hebot, with your shit.
Go ahead, Hebot.
Well,
About-
I was
you
basically
about
saying
Gears.
that it lends itself. Gears of War lends itself to so many possibilities because of the fact that there's so many pivotal characters. It's not just Marcus. There's
Right.
because you got Marcus and Dom. Their dynamic, their friendship, how they became friends, how they parted ways, how they Marcus, why he get locked up, the conspiracies. Plus you got Coltrane, how he became from a football player to a dedicated soldier, right?
Yeah.
Anya, all these characters that are very pivotal, and not only are they pivotal to the story, they're also interesting because they all have these characteristics that we all fall in love with in the Gears game. When you play Gears, you can't see yourself play Gears with Marcus Phoenix without a Dom, without a Bear, without a Coltrane. That's why they were all in the game. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just won't feel correct.
And
A lot of people hated on the story with
correct.
a lot of people hated on the story with Bear and the other squad.
I love
And I
that
thought
game.
No, I
Gears
love that.
Judgment.
I love Judgment.
I thought Gears Judgment was fantastic.
I thought that was a fire game.
I thought it was fucking fantastic, especially the story mode. Maybe people didn't like the multiplayer, but the story mode I think was on point.
When they were on trial and everything and telling their story, that was fantastic.
Right, absolutely. And then also now with the fact that you got the passing of the mantle with his son, you know what I'm saying, and other new squad members, Gears is just like Halo. It's very expansive. You can go in many different directions and talk about so many different things. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about the story of Kim. Even though he got killed by Rom in the first game, you could talk about him.
Yeah.
You could talk about the story of Hoffman.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, many aspects to it, but Halo is even more expansive. And I'm
obviously, yeah. But I'm just saying as a comparison, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this before Dr. Vaca jump in here and just start killing the both of us. You could do a whole show on the Halo of just one of the ships.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean, and here, here while I'm on this one, since you brought that up. I think it was Gears 3 where they had a lot of characters.
Who was that one dude?
Jace was one of them that was played by Ice Cube. He was another character.
It was this one Jamaican chick with long hair and with an accent. Dude, it was a lot of
the fucking cowboy dude that gets killed, the big brolic dude that gets killed.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome, man, and I'm glad you brought that out.
What was the black dude's name? The young
Which
dude.
one?
The young dude that was with them. He had like cornrows. That black dude.
I told you that's Jace. That's the character that Ice-T played.
No. He was with Marcus in there.
Right.
It was a black,
yes.
black dude.
Yes, that's Jace. With the cornrows. With the cornrows. That's Jace.
I gotta play it again. And Jace, you could play him in Gears Horde.
What's Ice-T's character's name?
It's Jace. Jace,
I believe.
No, he bought the. I know Jace is Ice-T, but there was another black dude that was in the game. It wasn't Jace.
I can't think of him.
He was
there was the cowboy dude that wore the cowboy hat. That he was like Native American.
It was another one.
Then there was that other big brolic dude that he was huge. That he found dead. Remember, he was poisoned. They had to kill him. In Gears 3. He was a big dude. Like I forgot his name. He was like real big.
About going back to playing the whole series just to remember the thing.
Yeah. It's a lot of characters in Gears. Plus the girl characters on top of that. You know what I mean?
That's why I brought up that Jamaican chick because they had a couple
Shit.
cool jokes.
The Carmine brothers. You could talk about the history of the four brothers and how they got into the military.
Dude, all of them. It's many Carmines, and
Four of them all together.
hey, and you could run a squad of Carmine characters in Gears. Hey,
Yes, sir.
so Tool
Bear
Man is
said
tripping.
Ty.
Tool Man is tripping in
Ty's
here,
one of them.
talking about.
Oh, Ty. Yeah, Ty is definitely one. That's the cowboy.
Yeah, but Tool Man is over here tripping, saying other Zinc be driving a Game Pass car in NASCAR.
That'd be very fitting. That'd be very fitting.
What's up?
That would be.
He pulled up in here. Somebody else said something in the chat that I was gonna.
Dude, Floyd Mayweather has a NASCAR also.
Yeah, I think he was. I don't know.
That's what the Floyd 619 just said.
Okay. Yeah, I think Floyd was at Daytona this past Sunday.
I can't remember that dude.
I know Jordan.
I got to go back and play it, Zink, because
I'm playing it.
There was a younger rookie black dude that was with them on the boat, and he had kind of like a smart mouth. He tried to get that candy bar out of the machine.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's Jace. I keep telling you that Jace.
That's not Jace. That was.
Yes, but he's hitting the candy bar machine. Yeah, you guys are getting him confused. That's Jace.
All right. Well, you might be right. You might be right.
You guys got to play it again. I'm telling you, that's Jace. I know because I have his figure. It was a Comic-Con exclusive, and it broke on me. That shit pissed me off.
We're going to leave it alone now that you say that. That you say that shit. We're going to leave that shit alone.
Yo, what is In the Mix talking about? He said Dark Doc is undercover at this point, making dumb videos like that. About what? In the Mix?
He made this crazy-ass video. It's like, is Game Pass good or just things that don't make any sense, man. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm like, if he make one more crazy ass video, I'm just gonna delete him from my thing. I'm like, okay.
Well, he's trying to play the neutral role. That's what he's trying to do.
I don't play that neutral stuff anymore.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's all it is. Yeah.
Look what 100 put. He said it's this guy here, the young black guy right here. See, he says his name.
Jack.
Is Jace. That's the only one. Let me look it up. I'm going to look it up right now. Hold up.
Jace.
Well, Hebot's probably right. I must be getting it mixed up because I know Ice-T's character was a bald-headed dude with glasses.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're fucking right. My bad. Sega, man. You're absolutely right. He was that dude that they went up and met up with him, that he had the glasses. But you're right. That was Ice Cube's character. You're right. He's the one that was trying to act like slick with them when they got to his area, right?
Yeah.
I remember. No, you're right. No, the other guy's name is Jace, but I don't know who played him.
Okay.
But his name is Jace, though. His name is Jace.
Yeah.
The cornrow guy, that's Jace. Yeah. I got it mixed up. My apologies. You're 100% right. Now I remember. You're right. Ice-T's character was the dude that was bald head with the tattoos with the glasses. He was the one running that area where they had all the people that were all they were all dusty. They were all ashes. He was the one that was running that area. I remember.
Hey,
Jace. The black dude's name is Jace. That I know for sure.
Yeah.
With the cornrows. I just don't know who played.
His name was Aaron Griffin.
Griffin. Yeah. Griffin.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
You're talking about the Ice-T character?
Yeah.
Okay. So
In the Mix said, I guess he was saying that Doc Dark had a video. PS5 is the most next gen console.
Yeah.
See that right there?
That's just for clickbait. He's trying to get people to go to chat. That's all that is.
See, if I click that, I'm gonna unsubscribe from him.
Because see, you know what it is? You know what it is, other thing? People like Dark Doc, right? He said it before. He's never been into the gaming thing as far as the details and the ins and outs and the politics hardcore, right? He doesn't really just play games, right? So people like Dark Doc don't understand that there's clauses when it comes to these game developers. He's probably saying that because of the fact that what we talked about earlier about Atomic Heart having a better version on PS5, because he's one of those dudes that listen to fucking people like Digital Fuckery, not understanding that Digital Fuckery is there to set people up to think one thing because they're funded by Eurogamer.
Right.
Yep.
Eurogamer, they have mad ties with Sony, and he don't understand this. Their job is to make Sony look good, no matter what. And that's what I say. So whenever they see something that said there's an advantage on PS5, they're going to talk about it. Because how come when there's an advantage with Xbox, they don't do the games? They don't do the role.
And this is why that they always leave Gears out of their mouth because they don't have shit to compete with it. That's why they will not talk about Forza because they know Forza is going to break the leave them out of it. But this is why we rock with the chat, man. Two man. Look,
if you lose your logic, other thing. When you see a game on the Xbox that's exclusive, that has everything from Dolby Atmos to HDR12, which is Dolby Vision, to 4K native at 4K at 60 or 120 frames, let's say, right? But yet you still don't have not one game that's exclusive for PlayStation.
None.
Or for the PS5, not one. That has none of those features. That tells you right there everything you need to know.
Hey, we got a couple things though, Hebot. First, 2Man55 said Jace was voiced by Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for real? I didn't even know that shit.
I knew that, but I forgot. I'm glad 2Man reminded everybody.
I didn't even know that shit. Thanks, 2Man. I didn't know he was voiced by him.
Yep. Hey, here's another thing. 100 at 751. 100 said Hebot owes everybody the game that is watching right now for his mistakes, courtesy of Flip Money Incorporated.
Flip Money. Now he was, you know what? Before we go, because we're going to close out. Last week on Day One Podcast, he had me cracking up, man. He had me cracking up by talking about them dudes out there. I mean, Flip the Script, Flip Money had me dying, bro. That dude is something else, man. I'm telling you.
Fortunately, tonight I might be able to listen to the show.
I'm going to watch it tonight. I'm going to be in the chat.
I could listen for at least an hour, and then I have to get off. But I'm gonna get a chance to sit and play some games and listen in on the show. That's Day One Podcast at 10:30 Central Time.
Yeah, and Eastern is 11:30.
11:30 Eastern.
All right, hey Tuck, you there? Tuck.
No, Tuck ain't. Oh, Tuck is here.
Tuck, I'm still here, y'all. I'm there.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I wanted to say thank you for the gentleman that said that it was Michael B. Jordan. I think he's 100% right too. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
The chat ain't no joke, man.
Yeah. That's what the chat is there for, bro. They got our backs. It is what it is.
Deploy say some shit that I've been saying all week, and I just won't let people slide. Deploy said PS5 has no next gen features, and they don't.
They don't. The PS5 don't even have a web browser.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, they don't.
It's a fucking fact.
But it's supposed to be the best next gen console, whatever.
Fuck out here with that.
Dude, what I was trying to say was, when you think about it, right? These dudes don't understand. They don't understand that when Digital Foundry does the shit they do, that's all deliberate. They check all them games, and what they do is when they see that there's any type of little advantage on the PlayStation 5, they'll make sure they do a psychoanalysis of that game. Let me ask you a question. How come they didn't do a fucking psychoanalysis of Psychonauts?
Yeah.
Part 2.
Yep.
How come they didn't do one versus the PlayStation version and the Xbox version? I'll tell you why. Because the Xbox version probably way superior and blasted out of the water. But they're not going to do that. Nope. Because how come they don't do specific games that they should be doing? Right? Why they haven't done Deathloop?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Because it's going to be superior on Xbox. They know it. They're not stupid. They just do it because I keep telling you, it was funded by Eurogamer, and Eurogamer has a lot of incentives and investments with Sony. It's been a known fact for a long time. As a matter of fact, Tin Dog, I did a piece years ago when he was talking about, NeoGAF. Remember when he did that whole thing on NeoGAF? And he talked about it, how
there was a relationship with the people at Eurogamer, and I think the guy of Eurogamer, he's somehow married or something like that, or goes out with one of the daughters from somebody that was one of the heads at Sony. And Eurogamer was the ones who founded fucking Digital Foundry. Go look it up. It's all public record.
Yeah.
So how are you going to think they're going to make Sony look bad when they're the ones giving them? Look at their TVs. Look at their equipment. It's all Sony. You think that's by coincidence? No.
Nope.
That's because they're the ones who gives them the incentives and support their channel. They are not going to make Microsoft, unless it's a game that's exclusive only to Xbox, like the Forza game or the Halo, that they have no fucking choice but to do the analysis because it's only exclusive on Xbox and PC. And then even then you see that they'll real quick mention, but the PC version is superior in this and this and that when PCs are not consoles. We're talking about consoles.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And this is what they do. This has been their MO for the longest fucking time, since 2013 specifically. Okay? And I keep telling people, don't be fooled by that fuckery. People like Dark Doc, cool guy, but they get fooled by that bullshit. That's why he does stupid videos like that. Oh, I don't want to hear repetition because the dev kids say, listen, yes, if the dev kids are not matured in the beginning of the generation, or they weren't finished off because they were under NDAs with a lot of shit because they were, you know that we all know that these people had not brought out their graphic card yet. Of course, they cannot disclose that, and of course, they can't provide dev kits with those features to the developers because that's under NDA. It's called non-disclosure agreements for a reason. If they go and open their mouth, they could get sued by the AMD. Microsoft could get fucking sued by AMD. Yeah. They cannot do that.
And
like that's why they said when they had the original RDNA 2, remember that it wasn't confirmed until like 2 years later when they finally announced the card, or a year and a half later. It was because of that, because they were under NDA. You cannot, like the same way that we know that DirectX 12 Ultimate is compatible with with the Series X and even the S, but the PS5 is not. So you can't sit there and say stupid shit like that. So again, I'll go and say to somebody like Dark Dot, show me a game on PlayStation, because you got to keep in mind, all their games are cross-gen, all of them. And all of them. There's not one game that's not cross-gen. They're all cross-gen.
And the bottom line is this: it's simple. The Xbox Series X and S are the only two consoles that are full RDNA 2.
Yeah.
So just stop it right there. And if always say that when they don't make a game the way they're supposed to on the X, it's lazy developers. And people need to stop saying that no, developers aren't lazy. Dude, it's lazy school teachers. It's lazy ass.
You know why it's lazy?
Every profession is lazy. Have a lazy.
I'm gonna cement what you're saying, other thing. You know why it's lazy? Because I had this discussion with my boys.
Because they don't put their full foot in it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you why it's lazy, and the proof why it's lazy. Because if they're charging you $70 or $60 for the S version and the X version, there's no fucking excuse why that game is not performing at the highest quality on both consoles.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it doesn't matter if it's on Game Pass, because not only that means you're adding insult to injury, because you got the money from Game Pass from Microsoft. You're charging the regular same price on all consoles, but yet you're not finishing and polishing all versions, just the PS5 version, because it's only one SKU. I don't think so.
That's bullshit. And when people do things like that, honestly, I don't buy your game.
Right.
So if I do buy your game, I'm going to buy it at a discount. I will not pay full price for your game if you skip the Xbox. I don't pay for half-ass work, because when I do work for people, when I get a contract, dude, I make sure all of our shit is airtight. I'm not going to do a half-ass job and you giving me all this fucking money.
You're supposed to utilize whatever hardware you're doing it on, just like they do with the Switch, just like they do with the PS5. That's simple. It's that simple.
Yeah.
There's no excuses when you're charging $70 on all platforms, and there's no fucking excuses when you have the game on Game Pass, which means Microsoft paid you money up front.
Yeah.
So that you can have money up front guaranteed, even if people didn't buy your game. Day one, it's guaranteed money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I like that the people from Baldur's Gate came out and said, look, the game, we're having some issues because we're doing it for multiple platforms on Xbox. we're not ready to discuss it, but we don't want to bring out the game and talk about it if the game is not running polished and complete. When the game is ready to go, that's when we'll talk about it and release dates. But it's not exclusive to PlayStation. Stop saying that.
And Unlimited jumped in at 8:01 p.m. and he said there are 6 games that lit up. Hold on. There are 6 games that run better on PS5. Even then, after any update, it ends up running better on the Xbox.
On the Xbox. Absolutely. He's 100% right. That's right. Those are facts.
By then, Digital Foundry and IGN refused to take a second look at those games. Correct. And it's like Gears, dude. Gears improves on a monthly basis, and nobody ever acknowledges it. And
you know what's funny? It's funny how these motherfuckers, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Zink. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm just adding on what you're saying. It's funny how these motherfuckers never went back, right? Never went back and re-reviewed games when they get fixed, like they did with Uncharted fucking 4 on PlayStation. Remember that bullshit?
Or Horizon Forbidden Entertainment.
Thank you.
Playing like shit.
Thank you.
Months. And
yeah, they did. Yeah.
Then
IGN did it for those games.
And then they wound up voting that piece of shit. It was up for Game of the Year. Really? The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That you made a good point there, Hebot. They don't re-review them. You're right. That's a very
and they don't even mention it again.
But that's not biased.
No,
that's not showing you blame fuckery. No.
Yeah.
Come on, wake up and smell the fucking Kool-Aid, bro. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
Hey man, well I got to get out of here too, and I know you were gonna close.
Well, we're leaving, man. We're gonna close out, man. It was a good show tonight, guys. You know, thanks. The chat was on fire also with us, man.
The chat is always on fire.
The chat was.
They're always on fire.
You know
to be honest, the chat is part of the podcast. They're the ones that extend the quality of the podcast.
Definitely. But hey, I know everybody's got to get going. It's going on. Well, my time Eastern is 9:00, so we're gonna close out, man. Thank all the brothers coming in. Damn, look, Tuck, he gone. Tuck gone, man. Because he probably got to get some sleep.
Well, I'll throw my closing arguments. I don't think we shouted out Mr. Kima today.
Yeah, Mr. Kima was in the building.
OG Spartan 86.
Mm-hmm.
One more guy jumped in here.
OG Spartan. Yep.
Oh, here we got Strick Duval just showed up, and what's up, fellas? Yep.
Shouts out to the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming, man.
Yes, Rain, I am gonna play some Gears. I don't know. Yeah.
I might jump
for 100 show.
Who you going in there with? I might jump in there. I don't know.
If we play some Horde, man, I'll play some Horde with you.
Yeah, man. Cool. Man, we gotta get Hebot in there.
I was waiting for you.
Hebot in there. So, man, we're gonna close out, man. So let's start with Hebot's gone. Well, okay. Other Zinc, my brother. Thanks for coming in, man. To the Alpha, as always, you know you're part of the family, man. Man, tell everybody where they can find you.
In the chat, man, and I just shouted out the last few guys that we didn't mention, and that's that.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it was great. And Deploy just closed it with what I'm never gonna stop. Stay gaming and killing them ponies, and I am, dude.
Hey,
never gonna let up.
I'm so focused on Forza right now. I can't wait for that DLC to drop. I'm gonna play the shit out of that.
I'm glad you brought that up. I might play that. Yep.
That's gonna take me up until Forza Motorsport, man. They did it at the right time too, dropping that that last DLC. I think for Forza Horizon 5.
And I think that's part of the reason why Motorsport is not coming out right now, because it's letting that game go ahead and get its DLC out. And Forza got time. I could wait. I'm patient. You know, we got things to play. So
all right, man. So hey, thanks for Hebot, our brother Tuck, an Unlimited today. On the show, guys. The Xbox Alpha Podcast. Big shouts out to the chat. Everybody have a good night, man, and be safe out there, man. And hey, remember, man, we're always eating good over here, guys. All right, peace and love, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.